Today we're going to talk about the last target that we are going to cover for systems of equations, and that is actually solving application problems when we need to put the equations in slope-intercept form based on the situation rather than standard form. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to follow the same steps. Read the problem carefully, underline the important information, define your variables, write your equations, and then go ahead and solve. So example 1 here, Fabulously Fit offers memberships for $35 per month, plus a $50 enrollment fee. The Fitness Studio offers memberships $40 per month, plus a $35 enrollment fee. In how many months will the fitness clubs cost the same, and what will the cost be? Okay, we are going to go ahead and underline important information. So we have $35 per month with a $50 enrollment fee. We have $40 per month with a $35 enrollment fee. And then it's asking us to find two things. Okay, the first thing is in how many months will they be the same? How many months? And then what will the cost be at that time? So we're going to use that to define our variables. So we're going to say M is the number of months. And we're going to use C for the total cost. And when we write these equations, the equations are going to be one for Fabulously Fit and one for the Fitness Studio. So the total cost for Fabulously Fit is going to be equal to $35 per month. And remember, if it says per month, that tells me my variable needs to go next to it, plus a $50 enrollment fee. And the total cost for Fitness Studio is going to be $40 per month. So again, that phrase per month tells me to put my M with a 40, plus a $35 enrollment fee. Okay, notice here that both of these equations have the C by themselves. So we're actually going to solve this using substitution. So I'm going to take that 40M plus 35 and plug it in for the C in the first equation. So 40M plus 35 equals 35M plus 50. I'm going to go ahead and solve. I'm going to move my M's over to the same side first. So I'm going to do minus 35M on both sides. So 40 minus 35 is 5. Bring down my plus 35. Those M's cancel, and it equals 50. So from here, we're going to solve the two-step equation. Subtract 35 from both sides to get 5M equals 15. And then if I divide by 5 on both sides, I find M equals 3. We're going to go ahead and plug that back in to one of the equations, or both, and find our total cost. So my total cost after 3 months is going to be 35 times 3 plus 50. So 35 times 3 is 105. And 105 plus 50 gives me 155. So we found that the cost is the same after 3 months, and it will be $155. And if you want to check it, we can do this over here. We want to make sure that if we plug 3 into the second equation, we get the same answer. And we actually do. So 40 times 3 is 120. 120 plus 35 is 155. Okay, so that one works out. Remember, with application problems, we need to actually label our answers. So in 3 months, the cost will be, for both, will be $150. So in 3 months, the cost for both will be $155. Okay, you could also say after 3 months, it would be the same. Either way, I would take that there. So in 3 months, the cost will be the same, and it's actually going to be $155. Let's go ahead and do the next question. Same idea. Mr. Balone is putting money in 2 savings accounts. Account A started with $200, and account B started with $300. Mr. Balone deposits $15 in account A and $10 in account B each month. So that's a kind of a per month. And we're going to ask, in how many months will they be the same? How many months? And what will the balance be? Okay. So same idea here. questions that they're asking are how many months. So we're going to use M for how many months. And we could use B for balance, or C. Let's not use C because it doesn't really match with our balance there. Balance. I'm going to write the two equations. So in this, the information is kind of mixed up. We actually want to make one equation for account A. So account A is going to start with $200, and he is adding $15 per month. Account B is starting with $300, and he's adding $10 a month. So notice that the information was given to me kind of mixed up. They had account A and account B in both sentences, so you just need to kind of make sure you pay attention to information for each of those accounts to set this up. Just like the last problem, both of these equations have C by themselves, or B by themselves. So we're going to go ahead and substitute, and we're going to do 300 plus 10M equals 200 plus 15M. And I'm going to go ahead and solve that. So I'm going to cancel my 10M. I'm going to minus 10M on both sides. So I have 300 equals 200 plus 5M. So 15 minus 10 is 5. Go ahead and subtract 200 from both sides. So that cancels. 300 minus 200 is 100. That equals 5M. So if we divide by 5 on both sides, we find that the amount of time is going to be 20 months. Let's plug those 20 months back into the equations, one of the equations, and figure out what our balance will be after 20 months. So if I start with $200 and I add 15 a month for a total of 20 months, I can calculate my total balance. Okay, so still have that 200. We'll be adding a total of $300. So my balance should be 500. Okay, we can check this. If we do 300 plus 10 times 20, that should also equal 500. So 300 plus 200 is indeed 500. So that works. So our summary, after 20 months, the balance will be $500 in both accounts. Okay, go ahead and try the next two problems. Okay, so we have our next problem. We have one more guided practice problem. When you're finished, have us check it, and then you can get started on your homework. If you have any questions, raise your hand. Make sure you ask your questions, get the help you need before you try to do your homework or your guided practice.